We need to add air containers, which I guess these coins will be air containers for now. No, it should be more legitimate than that. Let's create a sprite. Okay, we'll call this air containers. Edit the image. Right now, we'll just make it blue. This is not required, but just for fun, we'll make it checkered. Boop, 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 boop. I guess the opposite's better, right? Hold on. This is what you spend time on. You finish something by spending too much time on temporary assets. Great, so this is gonna temporary air. So there's our air. There it is. Create objects. Air container. That's fine. Okay, go to room. I'm just gonna keep this simple for now and just have a static air container just to get it working, and then we can make it fun. So there's our static air container right there. And then we go to Ghusty. We'll add another collision event. You see it? Get in here. So when it collides with air, basically we want to do the spacebar stuff, but in reverse. Which means I need to rephrase what make small is, because it's making it so much more. So make small will make them bigger. But if make small equals 5, then just force it to be 4. Okay, so we need a new alarm. This is going to be our intake alarm. What do we call it? Inhale equals false. I'm trying to do reverse math in my head. We should set it here. So then we go to this collision. If inhale equals false, then set it to true and do this alarm. If inhale equals false, do this. Okay, let's see if this works. Image. Okay, small. Oh, what did I forget to do? Let's see how I wrote this poorly. Basically, this is inhale. This is plus equals 5 or inhale 1. That's what I forgot to change. Not set before reading. Are you sure? And hauled. That's funny. Great. Okay, let's try again. Take damage. 4, 3, 2. There. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so I can just stay here and get as big as possible. Oh my gosh. We'll probably do more than just the 1 second, just to make it harder. You know, we might do, can we just do X2 on that? Would that work? Oh, not X, right? Star. Those will be 2 seconds. So he actually gets air right away. We don't want that. You can't just touch it and get air. He has to wait. He has to wait. Okay, so I think we just want... I feel like there's a better way to do this. But if inhale equals true, then just run this set to false. And the default for inhale will not be false. It will be true. Which I need to reverse this. So it should be called like not inhale, but it's fine. We'll reverse it later. Just gonna stay with my thought process because I just want to make sure it works and then I can flip it. No. Inhale is set to true by default on the create events. Inhale set to true. My alarm sets it to false. On impact, if inhale equals true, then run the alarm. But if it equals false, it constantly equals true, so it's constantly going to be doing that. No, that wouldn't make sense, because if it constantly equals false, you'd be like down in size. Let's make this faster. I feel like I just want it to work the way my brain works. Is this constantly resetting the alarm? I think I'm getting stuck because I don't know how this operates. If inhale equals false, then make small is plus equals 1. On every step, if greater or less make small number, this doesn't resolve at the end of the if statement, right? So it's not going to return the value until the if statement's large immediately. Invincible to true. Nothing can happen on every step. Non-invincible is true on every step. Nothing. While it's true, the alarm is kicking. Once we change the size, state changes. Default is no longer. It's going to change immediately. Nothing can happen by default. Okay, I think I figured it out. If inhale true, this is not right. Bear with me, and run the alarm. I just want to see what happens if I do this. Don't facepalm. I can feel everyone facepalming right now. Don't do it. Oh wait, that happens. It happened instantly because, oh my gosh, this is so simple. What the front door is going on in my brain hole. Can I just... I feel so stupid. This is not gonna work. I already know it's not gonna work. I already know it's not gonna work. It doesn't work. Inhale is not going back down to false. It's not going down to false. Not going down to false because every step is it recalculates every single step. Okay, on the step events, if first impact equals true, then go ahead and by default, inhale is gonna be true too. Then run the alarm to set inhale to false. Okay, and then set first impact to false. And when he reaches size 4, we're gonna set first impact back to true. I don't know if that's super dumb. 2, 3. Okay, so that works. That works. Is that the right way to do things? I don't know. I don't know if that's the right way to do things. There's logic here that doesn't work, but it works right now, and that's the most important part. So let's celebrate. Hits. 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 I'm small. Bigger. 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 Blow, blow, blow. Bigger. Okay. It's still too long. I think 1.5 is too much, but 1 feels too quick. Let's try 1 again now that we're not taking an error immediately. Maybe that's why it felt too fast. We're just taking an error immediately. That's fine. 1's good. Cool. Yeah. But that took it in immediately. Wait, it's not working. It's not working because if first impact equals true, then run the timer. First impact needs to be set to true every time he leaves the bubble. Not when he reaches max size. When he leaves the bubble. Hold on. Okay, I figured it out. Not the best solution. I keep saying that. What I did was I have a first impact equals true when Ghusty is created and in contact with air is set to false. So I made a global variable so I can read it. And what happened is every step of the game, I'm trying to determine if Ghusty is in contact with air. If he's in contact with the air, then this value will turn 1, which equals true, okay? So logically, the way this works is if first impact is set to true, then run the alarm to set inhale to false, then set first impact to false. Then as long as Ghusty's set to false and inside the air bubble, he can try it, he can get as big as he wants. However, the moment he leaves the air bubble in contact with air, will go to false, which sets first impact true. All right, so with that logic, which I hope makes sense to someone, it barely makes sense to me. If I get down to the smallest size and I go into the air, you'll see in contact with air is set to 0. The moment I touch air, wait, this is working. It's still happening faster than I want, and I wonder if the timer doesn't reset to 0 every single time you leave that bubble. Because now he's taking air immediately. Now I'm taking damage, I don't know why. Okay. But when you first enter it, at least the first time, it worked really well. The alarm, if the alarm gets interrupted, does it reset back to 0? I don't know. Good news is the timer was resetting. Not so fun news is I'm just stupid. But, okay, so the biggest reason why he was getting big immediately after being small is because I was never resetting inhale back to true if first contact was true. I was just setting false to false. It makes no sense. I just needed to basically add this. I started adding a bunch of extra stuff to like double force it to be false in some places because I wasn't sure what the resolve order was, but I figured it out. There's a lot of cleanup here, and I think there's a lot of redundancy here. I think actually I don't need both of these. I think I can just use the detection of whether or not he's in air versus not in air, but it's just weird because I'm taking something at 0 to force something to be 1, and when this isn't 1, this is going to be 0, and when this is 1, this is going to be 0, so I shouldn't be double doing that, but I am. I'll clean this up, I promise. Cleanup phase comes later. Right now, we're just trying to sketch it all out, and then we'll clean it up. Another thing I'm doing, you'll notice it's all pink, is because I'm setting up a bunch of global variables. There's just so many global variables, and the only reason I'm setting global variables is because I'm using a text node to debug my stuff. And by debug, I mean to read variables as they're changing. So basically, we have our little air pocket, and we have our moving platforms. So if I hit the platforms, I get smaller. This is make small, which used to be a variable I used to make myself smaller, but now I use a variable to make myself bigger or smaller, so I need to change the name of the variable. But if I hit spacebar, space, 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 he also gets smaller. And inhale is not set by defaults. And if I'm here, inhale is set to 0, and first impact is set to true. So because this is true, it's going to take him a second to inhale. So that goes to 1, and then there. So every time that ticks, he basically gets bigger. So now inhale is set to 0, first impact is set to 1. You see the redundancy, don't you? Go back up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, bigger. He stops at 4. Inhale is now set to 0, first impact is now set to 1. First impact means that regardless of his inhale state, if he's not inside the air column, then he needs to wait a second. Boom, boom, boom. And inhaling is what I'm using to say if make small can get bigger or not. This is the area that I think I can just combine what this is doing logically. And I don't need both of them because you see 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. I could just use the opposite of this. So yeah, well, anyway, that's fine. But you know, regardless of how messy and dirty it is, it's fine and it works, and that's great. That feels really good. It really does.